What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing opinion. You from the game, shoot what said you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, sell a moon ride just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, shoot what said you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, shoot what said you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, sell a moon ride just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, shoot what said you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, shoot what said you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, sell a moon ride just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, shoot what said you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And I tell you, B, like, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Lycos. I want to give a shout out to Legendary Yobi and Stern Ritter, NTR. You the first guys there. I know there's many more watching. They're in the shadows and not speaking. But what I want to say is, I want to tell you that I love and appreciate each and every last one of you. A lot of times, they don't express it to you. And maybe, to be honest with you, maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't care that you show up. Maybe they feel like they take you for granted. I don't take you for granted. What I'm doing right now is I'm sharing it out all over the place. Because apparently during this period of time, this holiday season, what everyone is doing is taking a long needed break. This stuff is my therapy. You know, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, right? This stuff is the stuff that keeps me motivated. It keeps me moving. I look at the industry from the top to the bottom. I look at everything that this industry has to offer, and sometimes I'm happy with it. Sometimes I'm sad. I read each and every last one of your comments. Now, I know a lot of people tell you that they read the comments, but they probably don't. I read every last comment. Even some of you guys that look like you use ChatGPT to help you out. But what I'm going to tell you this. If you love Xbox and you love the ecosystem and Xbox is your baby, well, you met your new best friend. You met me, the King. And here on Xbox Frontline News, we're going to give you positive Xbox news. Now, I know you heard that right? See, because a lot of dudes want to give you negative Xbox news, and That's just not my bag, bro. That's just not my thing. Now, I know negative Xbox news sell. Like, I know a lot of you guys have seen a lot of your Xbox content creators be waffling and kind of look at Xbox and, oh, I'm going to hold their feet to the fire. Who the fuck is you, B? I'm be honest with you. Sorry for my French. And I don't usually curse, all right? But, like, you're a consumer. See, a lot of times these guys get out of their bodies and they really believe that they're bigger than who they are. You're a consumer. Now, I can see if you're a journalist and you're going to tell it from a journalistic side, right? A lot of the times I'm telling you it from both sides. Now, if I'm on a mission, and sometimes you guys send me on a mission to go to a lot of these shows and stuff like that. And if I'm on a mission to find out something, to get that information to you, well, then I'm on a mission to get that. And that's fact finding. And that's bringing that back to you. Right. And to give y'all that so y'all can consume it. These are the reasons why I tell you anytime I go to these shows, yo, what do y'all want to know about? Let me know now. So I'm on a seek and destroy type of mission, right? Seek and find type of mission. And then the rest of the time I'm there just checking out stuff that y'all might like or might want to know about. If you ask any of my team, anytime that I'm talking to any developer, what about the Xbox version? I don't really care about the PlayStation version. Don't give a damn about that. I don't care about their ecosystem. I'm going to be real with you, right? This is an Xbox channel. I'm not saying that I don't have a PlayStation. I'm just telling you, I care about where my butter is bred. My bread is buttered, right? That's what I care about. A lot of times these dudes mix up the mission. They see their numbers starting to go down and they say, damn it, I got to switch up. I got to start talking to that crowd, man. It's still hashtag no PlayStation 6. I'm going to run it up on these bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. It will always be that. But sometimes you also understand that cow, you got to bleed that cow, man. You got to keep that cow alive to get that milk. Right? You're done with Microsoft? I hear that. God bless for you, man. I'm going to tell you. If you're done with Microsoft, God bless with you, Nomad. Because I'm not. I seen somebody put in the comments, who's going to pay for, hold on, let me pull it up. Here it goes. I think the price would be $1,200 for the Magnus. I also copped the Xbox Rag Ally. Man, shaking my head with Game Pass Ultimate. That thing is a beast. Facts. That's Hassan Hancock. All right. So shout out to him. But I'm trying to pull up. Okay, here we go. This is Daniel Huckleby. Or Danny Huckleby. I don't want a hybrid. This thing is dead on arrival. One console. He said one. Console gamers will not pay $1,200 to $1,500. Two, we want a console, not a computer. Don't want to deal with all the settings. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, all the settings. Just power up and play, period. It's dead on arrival. PlayStation 6 gotta be cheaper and easier. Well, he didn't put that. It's going to be cheaper and easier and as good, if not better. Xbox is cooked. Also, PlayStation already brought RAM. Did they? Did they really? All right. So it's gonna be way cheaper than Xbox, and I love Xbox. Xbox born 2021, died in 2001, died in 2025. Survived my millions of. Okay, so he was typing really fast. All right, so what I wanted to say to him was, get in where you fit in, right? Everybody said that nobody wanted to spend $1,000 for a ROG, and boom, those things are sold out all over the place. And then you can get an Xbox ROG Ally, but the Xbox ROG Ally X is sold out, and because people will go where value is, right? And to the comment that you said, nobody, they don't want to deal with the settings. That's an assumption on your part, because you're believing that there's a whole bunch of settings and stuff that you got to go through. Listen, the initial setup on your ROG is different, bro. The initial setup on your ROG is once you set it up, that's it. I log in straight to my game. You can put it just a straight login. An initial setup is just getting it to be personalized to you, right? So a lot of times when you're waiting for your consoles and you got to do day one updates, you remember the PlayStation 4, and it kind of took a long period of time. It took some hours for it to update because it was removing all the DRM from it and then updating it to the sense, yeah, it's cold as hell down here. We got the heaters on and the boiler running, but I'm going to tell you something. We got hit with a cold snap that is insane. I shoveled the yard, and my son is out there laying down the salt. It's crazy as hell. But I'm going to run the fireplace in a minute. Oh, my wife loves the fireplace being run. But the Xbox ROG, when you first set up your PlayStation, right? Your PlayStation took a minute because it was taking all the DRM out and then it was rebooting it back up. Yeah, listen, wall gardens are great. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that getting a console and the ease of use is not the reason why you get a console. But when everybody is facing the same issues, everybody is facing RAM, everybody is facing GPU issues, everybody is facing the scarcity of the silicon that is inside, that's for the gamers, it's going to raise the price. And this is the reason why my question to you guys today is, first, I got a couple of questions. I want to know what you got for Christmas or your holiday or whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate nothing, what did you buy yourself? Because I'm pretty sure that you probably got the time off from work or something. Or what did somebody gift you, right? That doesn't mean if you don't celebrate a holiday, that doesn't mean that other people don't celebrate and give you. Oh, speaking of that, if y'all see right there, all of the packages are gone. They have been shipped out. Okay, so that's one. All of them has been shipped out. Well, who else has been shipped out is my barber. And I got to see my barber. I'll see my barber probably on Monday. And then I want to know about what your thoughts is for 2026. Now, I do got some good information about a title that we care about, that we wanted to see and we want to know more about. And it's coming from Microsoft. It's a Microsoft title. It's a first-party title that everybody has been on the edge of their seat for. Even if you're not a real Xbox fan, I'm pretty sure that this title will speak to you. But we also have titles like Fallout 5 that is being talked about more. I think that title is way more valuable now that the TV show is such a hit. I think that more weighs on that title. And I think Xbox knows it. I think Microsoft knows it. I think now is the time for them to start taking transmedia as to the next level. When it comes to their titles. Like we saw bits and pieces of it, like with Halo and stuff like that, but do we get a Gears of War TV show? Do we get a Gears of War movie? Do we finally get the Halo movie? I always thought Halo could be as big as Star Wars. So it's little things like that that will allow our games to live on and get a little bit further. Just past couple of weeks, I saw Avatar Fire and Ash. Thought that was amazing. Even though it felt a little kind of samey, it seems like James Cameron started going back to same old haunts at the end of the film based upon what happened in like water. I think it was like Avatar like water or something like that, like the previous film. So you'll see what I'm talking about when you go see it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I also saw Anaconda with Jack Black, Paul Rudd in them. It is probably the funniest film for this December. It has to be the funniest film this December, definitely. I think last December it was that Santa Claus film with The Rock and what's that guy who played Captain America? Not Chris Hemsworth, is Thor, the other guy. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, it's absolutely funny. Anaconda is dope. If you want to laugh, it's not scary. It's something that is dope. It do have some jump scare moments, but it's definitely dope. Now, I do have a couple of people that I said hit me in the DMs. Believe member for 10 months, Soldier X rank. I salute you, Soldier. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, y'all. Blessings to everyone. If you celebrate or you don't, but please just be kind to others, right? During this period of time where everybody is at their lowest, be kind to others, right? We also want to say condolences to the people that lost their lives recently with Vince Impella and the person that was inside the car with him. I thought the person survived. I thought the person was thrown from the car and survived. Well, they did not survive. And I seen footage of it. And I mean, very, very poor judgment. You know, to be real with you, just very, very poor judgment. Not saying that Hollywood Rules member for 24 months, Soldier X rank. I salute you, Soldier. Happy holiday, my brothers. Blessings. I put the video up yesterday for members up early. So like I said, anytime I'm able to do that, I will do that because I want you guys to see it. And it made my heart happy because I saw that 60 of y'all got a chance to look at it. Also, I want to tell you, it was how many pieces of merch went out. I want to say thank you to everybody that got a piece of merch. I'm looking at the store right now. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So 40 pieces of merch went out. Let me tell you what the products was that you guys liked the most, which I find kind of crazy. Well, Fight Night went out a lot. Like, you guys like Fight Night. That was the number one. XNWO, that went out, the red one. Now, for some reason, y'all don't ever pick the green, which is kind of strange. And the hoodies went out. I see that y'all got a lot of Death Before Dishonor. I see y'all don't like Third Party Before Dishonor, but I want to give a shout out to you guys that actually got that, and hopefully that gets to you as soon as possible. Hopefully a lot of you members that actually got the packages from me are going to show up. I forgot some stuff that I have upstairs. We're going to do another giveaway in January. I think maybe the first show to ring in the new year for members when the new year pop in. I got a package from Microsoft, and I'm going to show you the stuff that I got inside there. And I'm just not going to keep the stuff to myself. So I got some stuff that I do want to give away. But it's not going to be a movie in this box. This box is just going to be straight merch, right? So you're going to get straight merch. You're going to have food in the mouth because Factor Meals do sponsor me. So you're going to have food inside the package, but you're also going to have straight merch. So I got a ton of merch. You got the coins and stuff like that, and we're just going to have a good time talking about that. But I did want to know what you guys, Hollywood Rules member, I salute you, Soldier. Blessings with the $5 super chat. Happy holidays. I want to tell you thank you for all you do. Ignore the haters. We value you greatly, brother. I appreciate you. I swear that I do. I don't pay them no mind. You know what? I stopped paying people mind a long time ago because at the end of the day, this is what makes me happy. This utterly what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is to talk about how great Xbox is doing. Now, a lot of people want to tell you that they're doing bad. I'm going to beg to differ. I've never seen a fight like this inside, like, because, all right, so the reason why I'm saying that it's doing great, yeah, maybe it's not selling consoles to the extent that somebody might want it to, right? Maybe it's not number one in console sales, and I think we have to start to reevaluate our metrics of success, right? The metrics of success is, I've never heard anyone that got in at the Xbox Series generation walk out of the generation. I've heard people said at Xbox One that they were out. I heard people say at Xbox One they chose a PlayStation 4. I've heard that. I have never heard so far, and I could be wrong, but this is me. I have never heard somebody said that they had an Xbox Series console and walked away from what they had to offer, right? I've heard people say, well, I'm going to cancel my subscription. I heard people say, I'm going to trade my console. Never see it done. I actually still see them online if they're actually people that I mess with. I've seen a lot of capping, but I never seen a lot of action, right? And I say because let's keep it real. When you can have Expedition 33, and I know now Expedition 33 is inside PlayStation Plus, I think, at the moment, but when you can see it, have it launch inside Game Pass, and honestly, from a financial standpoint, Game Pass has facilitated more Game of the Year or more Game Award entries inside that ecosystem than anybody else. Hold on one second, because my wife decided to call me right now while I'm live right now. So I'm just going to try to figure out what she needs from me at the moment, which it should not be anything. But let's see exactly what she needs. What do you need, my love?
I just called to say I love you.
I love you too. All right, bye. So, all right, so listen. One of the things that I have for this year that was probably a big what if, right? It was scary to me because I want this game to do good. And I'm talking about Fable. All right, so coming from comic book, because I like to go to comic book a lot, and this is from Tyler Frazier, and it was dropped today at, was it today or was it yesterday? It was yesterday at 3 p.m. Oh, yeah, the 26th at 3 p.m. All right, so they said they have some good news about Fable. And you remember when Eidos Montreal went in to help for the Fable game, and they send over like 100 people, 100 developers to work on the game back in 2022. Well, as of this year, they stopped working. The 100 workers stopped working. The developers stopped working on the game, and they're locked in on finishing up the title and giving you a release date. I think in January, when we get a chance to see this show, Playground Games is going to really come to show out and show up and show you Forza Horizon 6 and Fable. A lot of people think you're just going to see Forza Horizon. I don't think so. I think Fable, because Matt Booty did explain. And, they do say release date is announcement is coming soon. And I honestly believe so too. Now, I don't believe an actual date is going to be pinned down. I do believe they're going to say in the fall, or I do believe that they're going to say in the spring or the summer, something like that, as they move around what titles get announced and what titles are able to be inside Game Pass. Because listen, the difference between Xbox and PlayStation or Nintendo, and I definitely got to bring up my Nintendo stuff because I have something for Nintendo. Everybody saw that new thing. I'm going to talk about that because this thing was kind of crazy, right? And this came out on the 22nd, but dudes didn't want to report about it, but I'm going to report about it. So Game Pass itself is the problem with Microsoft. They have to work around it. They have to see what games are being announced, what games are in their lineups, because let's say a game is signed up to come out inside Game Pass. Remember Ark Survival? All right, so Ark 2 was supposed to show up inside Game Pass, day and date, right? And we go, Cog and I go to their investor meeting. And we get a chance to talk to the developer, the CEO, the owner, and we get a chance to talk to a lot of other people. And what we found out was that when they upgraded the engine, that they found out that it was so much more versatile that they were able to bring more DLC to it to give more legs and life to part 2. And they found out that Ark Survival was way more lucrative, instead of ditching it and going to part two, they can actually expand upon it and give part two more time to cook. And I asked if part two was still inside Game Pass. I asked if Vin Diesel was still the headliner. They did not answer that. They did not answer that second part. All right. So it's still going inside Game Pass, but that's not coming out until 2028. Because in 2026 and 2027, you have 4 different DLCs each year that's going to come out for Ark. So being right there, and then we also got information on other games that they were working on. So other websites did not get that information on the fighting game that is being talked about. We got the interview with the CEO, and again, this is the reason why boots on the ground is necessary. A lot of times people sit at home, wait for information, and then bring that information to you, whereas you can do that yourself, right? You don't need no read along. You don't need no hand holding. You need people that's out there that's actually working for you and bringing you the information that you feel that you need to hear, not stuff that they curated to give to you to make it fit your palate. No, I'm going to bring you the news that is necessary. I've been telling you this for a minute, right? Dudes think that these consoles don't have DRM. One of the biggest DRM devices that you have in your house that you may not know is this thing. This is a Switch 2. All right, Switch 2. This thing is the biggest DRM device that you will ever have in your house. I don't believe that Xbox can do what they're able to do. I don't believe PlayStation is able to do what Nintendo is able to do. I believe that this level of control from a corporation is intolerable and despicable. When you place your money down and you purchase, you should be able to do with that device as you will. Now, if they don't want you in their ecosystem, fine. They can block you from getting into their ecosystem and therefore rendering your digital license. Because remember, your digital license is a user agreement that you agree to follow their rules. If you choose not to follow their rules, they can revoke said license and keep you out. But that does not affect said hardware. Well, your wonderful people at Nintendo decided that Nintendo's new user agreements allow Switch 2 consoles to be bricked. DRM update gives Nintendo the power to render consoles permanently unusable. Is anybody okay with this? Is anybody okay with this? The broad reach of these restrictions include actions such as tampering with hardware or software, attempting to play backup game using used games or using third-party accessories or games. There are reports that users are already facing consequences of Nintendo's aggressive DRM practices. One user, for instance, unknowingly purchased a returned Switch 2 that had been bricked, rendering it unusable for many games despite functional hardware. In another case, a user had their console disabled after installing updates for game cartridges bought from a digital marketplace. While the reason for this ban wasn't clear, it's possible that the previous owner copy of the game triggered an online DRM check, making the current user's activity fraudulent. The user managed to get their consoles reactivated after a lengthy appeal process to Nintendo, proving their legitimate purchase. I personally find this to be despicable. I find this to be disgusting. I find this to be just, we're at a point now, that thing ain't cheap, right? So if anybody's looking at it like that thing is cheap, That thing is not cheap at all. That thing is worth. So you paid a boatload of bread and you're going to have them just brick your joint just because they felt like, oh, well, you didn't play by our rules. No, no, no. Just keep me out of your online, that I don't get a chance to get online, and that all my games I have to purchase is physical. That's my right as a consumer. That's my right as a customer. That's my right. You're not refunding my money. You're not giving me back my cash, but you're taking my money and then you're going to brick it, right? And then you're going to say, well, you know, you played outside the rules. Well, then give me back my money. My money is not good here, right? And it leaves the customer no other recourse than to take those brick consoles and to bring that crap over to GameStop and let GameStop deal with it, or try to sell it in Facebook Marketplace. And this is one thing I got to tell you guys. With DRM like this, do not purchase a Switch 2 secondhand. It effectively killed the secondhand market as with Mercury and stuff like that. Because listen, I buy a lot of stuff off of Mercury, Facebook Marketplace, and stuff like that. I do that. I'm a frugal consumer. I think my money has value, right? So what I try to do with my money is stretch that dollar for as long as I could possibly stretch it in order to get the most out of that situation based upon the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into that money. I want to get that. I want to extrapolate that and then some out of that cash, right? And you can call me whatever you want. These dudes sitting here acting like spending money on games and stuff like that is a flex. No, I come from the school of video games. We want, as a gamer, I want the most for the least amount of money. So that's the reason why Xbox Game Pass is definite for me, right? That spending $30 and I get over 500 games, can't beat that with a baseball bat. I'm definitely inside that situation. On God and them, I'm not going to be late with my payment. My payment going to be upfront. Matter of fact, you can have my payment for the next 5 years. Holla at your boy. I got to go. Let me know when the new games drop. That's how I feel about it. But when you do practices like this, and I just feel that no one is calling this stuff out. Everybody's sitting there watching it. You know what? The only person that I see actually fighting this is Fatanga. Like, every now and again, I catch a Fatanga video, and Fatanga is actually going upside their heads. Now, ever since Fatanga became what he has 100,000 subs, I haven't heard from you. Fatanga, hit me up, buddy. You used to be in my DMs all the time. We used to be cool. What happened? You just got that rich, highfalutin cash. You just left the boy behind. Come on, man. Look out for a brother. Spend some of your coins over here. No, I'm just joking. But that's my dude. And I see Alex kind of hold corporations, feet to the fire. If it's not for people like that, that's actually calling out the hypocrisies that go on instead of kissing ass. Because I see a lot of Nintendo ass kissers. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, they can do no wrong. I mean, if you thought the PlayStation dudes was bad, well, then you got some Nintendo dudes out there that are actually going crazy with this underpowered hardware that should only be $300. But complaining at spending $500 for this, but looking at the ROG or looking at Xbox's potential console as too much when they're giving you everything. It's strange fruit to me, right? The other day, I went to Epic Game Store, right? And they had a sale going on. Now, I had some Epic Bucks. I think it was $30 in Epic Bucks. And I said I wanted to buy Arc Raiders. So, because remember, I told you I wasn't buying that game unless something happened. Well, I purchased it through Epic Game Store. Now, Epic Game Store had a couple of games in there that I got for free, and that was cool. It was like Bloodstained, and I forgot what the other game was, but I had got for free. And then I paid for the Arc Raiders. I paid like $4 for Arc Raiders. And I was playing it on my ROG, and then I downloaded it onto my laptop while I was waiting. I was playing it on my ROG, and the game is dope, right? But that cash actually means something to me, right? It actually meant something to me. So that's one of the games that I definitely want to play. Also, I have two people that were hitting me up about playing Elden Ring Night Rain. If you do want to play, I'm going to be playing today. I do want to play the game. I do want to get past where I'm at so far. I do owe you guys 6 hours. That is really crazy, bro. 6 hours of actual playing the Souls like. That's really crazy, but I owe you guys that. So it is what it is. I was going to do it on Christmas Day, but then I was like, that's kind of disingenuous. Because half of you guys aren't going to tune in. Be like, oh, he did it. All right, so I'm going to be playing Sekiro. I'm going to play, I do want to finish the DLC in Elden Ring. I never got a chance to finish the DLC in Elden Ring. I want to finish the DLC in Elden Ring. So it's Sekiro, Elden Ring, and I'll probably play some Demon Souls. So yeah, my PlayStation Pro will be hooked up here, and I'll just have some fun with that. But those are the games that I'm looking forward to. Now, I got a couple of questions, right? And I want to know from you guys. What games are y'all looking forward to from Xbox this year, right? Games that you know about. I want to get into the games that we don't know about, but I want to get to the games that we know about from Xbox only so far. I know there's other games and there's other manufacturers that are bringing out, the developers that are bringing out games, but I want to know what games from Xbox that you know about that you're looking forward to, excuse me, that is coming out this year. Mine is E-Day. Yeah, 2026, bro. I'm already, AKW, listen, I'm already in next year. This year's already over for me, bro. It's yes, Akizi. Yes, E-Day, definitely. Alex hit 100K too? Oh, blessings. That's what's up. Man. I salute you, brother. God bless. He hit 100K. Blessings. Fable and Forza replaced. So get this. Little known story. When Cog and I got a chance, we went to Summer Games Fest, and we got a chance to sit down with the Replace developers. Those are the same people that did Stalker, right? So we're sitting there with Stalker 2. But we're sitting there and we're playing Replaced, and they were like, how'd you like it? And I said, all right, this, that, and the third is wrong with it. And if you don't fix it, it's not going to go over well. They wrote down all that information. Now, we also talked about Stalker while we were sitting there. They wrote down all that information. They fixed the majority of stuff that I said about Stalker, and they sat there intently and listened to what I said about Replace. Replace was pushed back, and if they fixed those 3 things that I said that I felt wrong with it, it was a camera sway that it has, right? And then the timing input was off on a game that needs split-second timing reaction. That can't be. So it was a lot of things that if I was dying, because you got to parry and stuff like that in that game. If I was dying at a point and it wasn't my fault, I was pissed off, and it was the game's fault. Talk to them about it, and hopefully they fix that. So yeah, Replace this high on my list. Let me see. Starfield 2.0. Yeah, listen, I know a lot of PlayStation people is looking forward to that announcement of that huge update from Starfield. I hope it's a No Man's Sky type of update. Did y'all see somebody put No Man's Sky, what was it, Star Wars Rogue something, the last Star Wars bounty thing, I guess, and what was it, and No Man's Sky. They put Starfield, the Star Wars, and No Man's Sky, and Planet Entry. No Man's Sky has them beat both by a country mile. No Man's Sky, you see the planet, you fly to the planet, you come through the ionosphere, the metasphere, the stratosphere, and the hemisphere, and you just come straight down into the planet, and you land, and you go through each layer, boop, 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 to the planet. Starfield, you cannot reach a planet unless you click on it and let the animation take over. And I think Bounty Hunters was kind of something weird. I don't think it's called Bounty Hunters. It's Star Wars something. But You said, is Wolverine coming to Xbox? If it goes to Steam, yeah. Listen, Xbox has already solved the PlayStation dilemma. They don't care if they make the game. If you're gonna make the game for Xbox or not, if you're gonna cut off your nose to spite your face, I got a bigger thing. To talk about. Oh, Mr. Ed Burns, Edmund Burns was good. Member for 2 months. Soldier S rank, I salute you, Soldier. What's the crack, KD? Happy New Year. It's that's right. Listen. Blessings, bro. Blessings. I salute you. We talk in the background. I just copped No Man's Sky on Steam sale. Blessings, bro. We actually going to see Gears E-Day gameplay next month. That's the biggest Xbox game. I don't think you're going to see Gears E-Day next month. Outlaws. Yeah, you're right. Outlaws. Thank you. I appreciate you. For everybody with that ROG ally, get Cash and Chill. Oh, yeah, Cash and Chill is what's up. All right, so Xbox has already cracked that nut, right? They have already belled that mouse. If PlayStation doesn't release the game on Xbox directly, which will be their folly, the game is going to release on Steam. Xbox already has Steam in their back pocket. They already have Epic Store in their back pocket. PlayStation will not cut off that money from those storefronts in order to make money. So understand, remember when I told you, you can do this the easy way or the hard way. Whether we want you, we're going to have you. Whether you want it or not, those games will be on the next Xbox, because the next Xbox is going to be a hybrid console. Price may vary. I already told you in the last video, Asus is looking at making RAM, DDR7. And that's very important, because if the next Xbox has up to 48 gigs of DDR, that's going to be costly, especially with how DDR is going. But if your man's got it, then somebody has a leg up going into the next console cycle. Now, with AI doing what AI is doing, and these corporations chasing AI, making RAM skyrocket in prices, well, then maybe the next PlayStation, if it is, doesn't use DDR7. Maybe they use DDR6. Maybe they use DDR5. I don't know. But if the plug is working with Xbox and they're getting a homie lover discount, well, then you got to start asking yourself, what strategic deals have these guys made? What crystal ball are they rubbing that these dudes are at a place where you're gonna have an MPU in the box, right? You got to think about this. You got to talk about the next console, the next Xbox console, in a tone of reverence. They already set the tone with, and somebody said that if the next Asus console doesn't have a SoC from Microsoft, from Xbox, then they're not going to buy it. You're going to have a system on chip because they purchased those chips from AMD. Relax. I think that and I told you my theory was Microsoft purchases all the chips, sells it to their partners. Their partners manufactures, makes the devices, and the devices go out. Microsoft gives them the user interface, and they stamp official Xbox product on the front of it, and that's sold as a console from them. I told you. That's the workaround. You see how they holding the Xbox ROG up. So, again, I believe that's the strategy. But when you got to look at the laptops for Asus, right? Just take a laptop. Take out the screen. You got one of the best SSDs in the market that they bring to bear for the laptops, right? Take off the keyboard. You don't need the keyboard, right? That's not there. So take off all that stuff that you did there, right? Do you see how thin and functional that thing is with the level of GPUs that they have there? Now, craft a box around this. Make it as powerful, as much RAM as you're going to have in it, and you're going to sell that device. You're going to sell that device marketed as an Xbox. And that device is going to have direct compatibility with the Asus Xbox ROG Ally X and Xbox ROG Ally. Instant compatibility, right? With the user interface, talking to one another. They're already setting up a family of devices that are set to be marketed to take over. Now, somebody said, but my price point on that console is too aggressive, right? In scope as at $14.99. I didn't take into account that Asus will be manufacturing RAM. And somebody said that, well, they're not manufacturing RAM yet. Nah, they didn't bring that to market yet. But that's the rumors. Why would they just pick them to make that rumor? So then I go down my rabbit hole. If you saw my video yesterday, you saw that I went to each and every tech site, gathered all the information, used the ones that I felt that was most credible. They all said the same thing, but I used the ones that were most credible. Been in the business the longest, actually had a couple of writers that I agree with, and then gave you that information that way. And we talked about it that way. Now, it was broken down into 4 different segments. You thought it was one running segment, but it wasn't. It was 4 different segments that I broke that down in, and it was based upon Asus work in this business and their partnership with Microsoft that you feel came out of nowhere, but it wasn't. If you really looked at it, their partnership was ground roots, and they started working with it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There are 2 others that are working with Microsoft as well. That is HP, and listen, I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, I do believe that that information is gone up on Iron Lord's podcast. Don't want to talk out of turn because we was under embargo with that, so I don't know if that device you're able to see that device yet, but stay tuned to lordsofgaming.net where that interview that I put up, because I conducted that interview myself with one of the engineers, if you will, on this device. When you see it, you're going to understand why I know that HP is one of their partners, and then you're going to see MSI as another partner. Now, there's a dark horse 4th partner that's going to be announced at some point in time, but again, you have Asus, you have MSI, you have HP, and those 3 having SoCs and selling to consumers, those devices are going to fly off the shelf because their consumers understand a price point that makes sense for them, right? Whereas everybody keeps saying, well, gamers won't do this and gamers won't do that. Well, that Xbox ROG Ally X, gamers have definitely spoken, right? And right now, with Steam taking the LCD version of the Steam Deck off the market, eliminating the lowest cost device with only having available the OLED device, well, then the ROG, being this holiday, the Xbox ROG, the white one, is actually the cheapest handheld in the marketplace that is very capable, right? That actually plays Steam, have Game Pass, and Epic Game Store. So you say to yourself, strategically, Xbox has positioned themselves to actually take the PC handheld market by storm. I think, and I want to see the numbers, what it's doing up against the Steam Deck, because I have not picked up my Steam Deck since I had my Xbox ROG Ally X. And that's not listen, I used to play my Steam Deck over my Xbox ROG Ally, right? Because I felt that the Xbox ROG the regular ROG Ally, I felt that it was a little too clunky. So the Steam Deck allowed me to just jump in and play. But then I got the Xbox ROG Ally X, then that changed, and I stopped playing my Steam Deck. So I believe that the Xbox will definitely do what it's supposed to do in the marketplace based upon how cheap it is. And I know saying ROG and Xbox in the same sentence as cheap sounds kind of crazy, but trust when I'm telling you this. That's what we're looking at here. Now we do know that their device. Now that I found out that these guys is making the RAM, I still say 1499, but who said wait, what does Bluey Dirt Grigory talk that S with the dollar super chat? Blessings. Yo, that's not dirt, right? That's dirt. Oh, why? Dirt, I know that's not you, bro. Dirt, don't tell me you got a Bluey on top of your head on God and them, yo. Yo, don't tell me. Yo, I love the Rag Ally now. It's the full screen experience and it's great. See, AKW can tell you because he got the device, because he brought the device from me. I sent it to him because he was going on a long trip, right? And I'm glad he got it from me because I was able to send some stuff with it too because, I just felt it was dope. He's a dope guy. And he got the device, and then the update happened after the fact, right? So he could tell you how it is from night and day. Oh, that's not dirt? That's somebody clowning dirt. Yo, I thought that was Dirt, bro. I'm like, yo, Dirt loves Bluey. He platinum that game. Yo, y'all like evil. Y'all like evil. Please do not go through my gamer list. Listen, okay, first of all, when Xbox came out with gamer score and stuff like that, don't go through my gamer list. I think I played My Little Pony. I think I played Barbie, Pony Ride, or whatever the hell. Please, I was in a competition with my man, Mr. Ha. Don't judge me, man. Don't look at my list and judge me, bro. Don't do that, man. Don't, please, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know if he was in a gamer score war with somebody. We not gonna do that to my man Dirt like that, man. Yo, he got kids. Maybe his kids platinum it. Come on, man. Now let's not like that. Not like that. Y'all guys are terrible. All right, so let me see what games that y'all said that y'all wanted to see. King, will Steam come to the Series X? Nope. Steam will not come to the Series X. What RAM manufacturer is working with Asus? I thought Asus was making RAM. No, it's not debunked. They can't tell you. Okay, so everything can be a rumor. Nothing's a fact yet. It's not debunked yet. All right. So you have to wait until after the second fiscal period in order to actually have that information. Because when they go to shareholders to something of that magnitude, they need to have balances and checkpoints. If they said they were doing it now without actually going through shareholders and doing all that stuff, it would adversely affect the market. They can't do that. So they can come out and tell you, he said, will Dell make Xbox? Dude, you're getting a Dell. Yo, you so stupid. Fourth partner is Razer. No, fourth partner is not Razer. We have contacts over at Razer. Unless they haven't told me something, I don't know. Blue the Kate, member for 17 months. A Soldier S rank. I salute you, Soldier. King, what's good, bro? What games you excited about? I'm excited about Wolverine. I'm not gonna lie to you. If y'all see behind me, y'all see Marvel characters. This week I've watched nothing but upcoming information on Doomsday that's supposed to be coming out next holiday season. I want to know what they do with Wolverine. I want to know, like, what's the traversal like? Is the bike the main traversal? How does it work? Remember, I'm a huge fan of the Miles Morales and Spider-Man, not Spider-Man 2 so much because of the feminist agenda that was pushed upon us. But again, anything that has something to do with Marvel, I'm a huge fan. Looking forward to Blade, but I know Blade isn't coming out next year, so that's to the side. I got my Marvel rivals to hold me through. And anything Fortnite with Marvel, hopefully got a new Marvel season coming. I hope so. Let me see. I want E-Day. I'm looking for Halo Campaign Evolve. The reason why I'm looking forward to Halo Campaign Evolve because they are talking about fundamentally rewriting stuff that's canon, right? So if you're rewriting stuff that is going to become canon, then you gotta fix 2 and 3. So then that leads credence to the rumors of 2 and 3 having remakes or campaign remakes. And if that's the case, how much did you change? Right? So what did you change in part 1 that will lead you to believe that you have to change stuff in part 2 and part 3? And maybe not part 4 and stuff like that. Do we get a reach that's updated? So I don't know. Depending on what goes on with Halo, is a lot of stuff that can happen with Halo. I want an announcement of South of Midnight 2. So hopefully, it goes well over on PlayStation and Switch. Oh, I did hear about the Switch version of Call of Duty, and you're going to have an announcement to that at some point soon. I don't know. Maybe you might hear something in February based upon that. But my main titles is titles that are known. It's not unknown stuff like no, just main titles like Gears. I'm really amped for, and I try to put stuff out of my head and keep myself occupied with it because I'm a huge fan of the campaign, not of the multiplayer. I can care less about the damn multiplayer, to be real with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to, quell your feelings or make your feelings feel good. I don't care about that. I think the multiplayer sucks ass. Be real with you. I please fix Halo's multiplayer. Well, Halo's multiplayer you don't really have to fix. It's just really good regardless. Every time we do play it, we have a good time. Anytime I play Gears multiplayer, I'm not good. I'm not good with rolling shotgun blasts. I'm just not good at it. And be honest with you, if you're not good at something, then you're gonna say something sucks. If somebody is really good at something, then they're gonna tell you it's good for them. So, to each his own. So again, I can say Halo, Gears, and Forza is what I'm really looking forward to. For PlayStation, all I got is that. And Nintendo, I'm just looking for a new Mario. Please give me a Mario game. Or Zelda. Mario or Zelda, which I felt that they should have launched with. I heard that the next Mario Galaxy is supposed to look incredible or something like that. So hopefully, I don't expect much from this device because it's an underpowered crap. It's just a Switch with extra sauce to it, and I thought that they was going to do something revolutionary, but I had to bend the knee on that because they didn't. They just decided to give you more of the same and try to add some extra layers to it that made it seem like it was fantastic, but in all actuality, it's just a Switch. Yes, baby. No. I'm going to go upstairs now anyway. I'm almost finished. Yeah, we're going to use the fireplace, but take my black card. Take the black card. The car seat's in the trunk. Just pop the trunk. Tell Dante to help you. He's right there. Makes no sense. Hey, don't go crazy. Anyway, love you. Drive safe. When you're married, all I can say is good luck, Max Daruba. I would like one game I would like done over again is Out of This World. I remember the rotoscope of that game. I remember getting that game for Genesis. Was it? That was Flashback. Out of This World and Flashback. I remember Flashback was Genesis, and then Out of This World, I think I had it on a Sega CD or something like that. Those games was just so revolutionary at the time. I was like going down memories lane and looking at games that I want done over again. Like I want the infamous franchises done again. Oh, Project Aries is the $5 super chat. Switch to is Steph from Urkel. Yo, you're right. You're right. It's a minor glow out. You said marry life waits for no man. Been there, done that. Even with Pokemon, that's my favorite. Hold on. Hello, gamers. I've learned a lot of people are hyped about Nintendo games. To expect them to be just okay compared to the hype. Facts. That's kind of crazy. A lot of people didn't like Jump Force. Oh, cool. I personally loved it and it caught a lot of bodies in the game. Yeah, Jump Force was cool. Yeah, My Little Pony is just an achievement game. Hell yeah, that's what I did it for. Stop playing. Bloody Roar, Earthworm Jim. Okay, so I was just playing Earthworm Jim the other day. All right, let me ask you a question. If you're an Earthworm Jim fan, Super Nintendo or Genesis? Super Nintendo, impartial. Super Nintendo or Genesis? I'll wait. Tell me, Bloody Roar, definitely, of course. Project Gotham Race, I got whatchamacallit. I got Genesis. All right. Legend Yobi, no. Did you say Nintendo? No. Earthworm Jim on the Genesis, it had extra animations. No, y'all didn't. I played both of them. I had both. I know those. Oh no. You know what's crazy? I got both of them upstairs. Sega trash. That's why they died. Yo, you stupid. That was it. Yo, y'all are evil. Oh, come on. Super Nintendo was my first console. Sega came second. But the Genesis version was better. Facts, though. Genesis case. I still got my original Sega. Word? That's crazy. Now I got a mini. Because I got an arcade machine that has all of them anyway. But I got the minis. I got a bunch of minis. Like I got the TurboGrafx mini, the Super Nintendo mini, Nintendo mini, the Genesis mini, the Neo Geo mini. Sports Talk Football, Earthworm Jim, Sega Channel. Yes, Game Boy was my first handheld. Man, so how many people got what they wanted for this holiday? Put a 1 in the chat if you got what you wanted. Do you still play the older consoles or do you prefer the arcade booths? Both. You need a retro night? You still have your... I need a Dreamcast Mini. I mean, I got my Dreamcast games in my arcade joint, and I can hook a light gun up to it, and I can hook up a steering wheel or a controller to it. But I honestly need a Mini. I need a Mini console. All right. It was gift cards. That's what you wanted? Sega CD? Well, those games are available on the Sega Mini, so I like it. That's right. My man. That's right. Let's go. All right. So, and let me see 2s in the chat if you didn't get what you wanted. I got what I wanted. It was just, for family, to be around family. I took the wife out to and my son out to a seafood buffet, and I guess for Christmas, and that was for Christmas Eve, and for Christmas Eve they had the lobster tails and the lobster claws and the lobster there with the snow crab legs and the jumbo shrimp, and that place was popping. I saw friends and family over there, boy. I got my life. I got my life and a better understanding of blessings, bro. Blessings, Joby. Blessings. He said, I only asked for gift cards, and that's what I got. It's crazy how the value of physicals going up. Them old games it's going to be premium in the next gen or two. Bro, in the next gen or two, I shudder to think, if Nintendo is this brazen with what they're doing with the Switch 2, I shudder to think how emboldened the next consoles will be with what they're putting in these devices going forward. Now, I feel less afraid when it comes to Microsoft because of the PC route in which they're going. But see, the reason why Nintendo's able to get away with the BS that they're able to get away with is because they're completely console. 100%. Right? So they're going to lock out everybody. They're going to stay in their closed ecosystem, and they're going to force you to do it how they want to do it by any means necessary. Xbox and PlayStation has already crossed the Rubicon when it comes to putting games on PC, right? Xbox to a greater extent, PlayStation to an extent that is dipping their toes in, but you already know that the next console or the next handheld, which I believe is going to be a next handheld, and it's going to probably hook up to the television, because I think that's their entry point into getting into the hands and the living rooms of all. Right? I really believe that they want to sell you a Portal and nothing else. It's going to be a Portal Plus. But that's my opinion of it. It could be something totally different. At the end of the day, who knows, right? I don't think that they're in the market of selling you $900 consoles, especially with the way RAM prices is going. But these individuals, these two, are in a space where they can't do what Nintendo do. If Xbox was to brick any one of your consoles right now, any one of you guys, if Xbox was to brick it, the level of backlash would be insane. Same thing with PlayStation. Now, if they brick on their own, that's something too different. If they catch Red Ring of Death or whatever the hell that is, that's something different. But if they was to brick your console like Nintendo did so brazenly, buddy, the level of backlash those two would go under with Microsoft first. You already know that. The Black Kaiju, welcome to Soldier V Rank. I salute you, Soldier. Go check out the videos that I put up there. I got some videos that are coming. I am going to do my top platformers. Again, I want to thank each and every last one of you for becoming a member. Remember, again, I'm going to do another giveaway. All the giveaways is gone. Everybody should be getting it now. So if you didn't get anything for your holiday, and hopefully my gift will make you smile. Because that's what it's truly about. It's about putting a smile on your face. You're back in the game? Blessings, bro. You always been in the game. You was never out of the game. We're in the game together, man, and that's the truth. But I just wanted to jump on. I wanted to tell you guys we had one hell of a year. Xbox Frontline News. We've weathered the complete storm. If you really look at it, we weathered the PlayStation guys and Nintendo guys, and now the Steam people coming at us. I don't know how Steam can even be a factor. How is Steam a threat and we got you? Like, how is Steam a threat? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Y'all so stupid. We're bigger, better Steam. A bigger, better Steam. Like, how is Steam a threat? We're bigger, better Steam, right? That thing is dead on arrival, especially if it comes in at the prices that I'm hearing. But we've weathered the storm. Like they've been coming at us, and I guess dude stopped clipping me, stopped caring, because at the end of the day, when I'm telling you I'm 98% right all the time, you just don't want yourself to be on my radar. And at the end of the day, we're going to get it done. We play games. We love games here. We didn't do any Fight Night Friday yesterday based upon, listen, be with your family at this time. The year's coming to a close. We're going to get right back at it. We're going to have some fun. But Xbox is in such a great position. A great position is your Game Pass is rocking. Your console is incredible. You got Final Fantasy dropping next month. You can go play the demo right now. It's a shame that Doom merchants want us to believe that Xbox is gone. 2026 is the year of the Xbox. From game delivery to console delivery to content across the boards. It is something to behold, to watch under the right tutelage where your gaming can actually go. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about really quickly. Do you see how PlayStation is betting the farm on the last games? Like, what is that game? Intergalactic and Wolverine. If those games don't sell well, expect them to go full Eastern market type games with Western market being frozen out. Just look at how their portfolio is turning around. Look at the leadership that's involved. Look at how the philosophy is going to change. And the philosophy from Jim being in charge has changed. With Hiroki in charge, it's going back to Eastern centric sensibilities. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Me personally, I like a more Eastern sensibility type of PlayStation. I like smaller titles, cukey, quirky titles that aren't AAA budget titles that are trying to break the bank. I think they need to go back to who they are and knowing exactly who they are, acting like $1 billion console. You're not $1 trillion console. I think you should, stay in your place, stay in your lane, and allow that to be Xbox's thing with Fallout 5 and larger titles like Starfield, stuff that actually Xbox can actually make and get out the door with larger titles like Forza Horizon 6 and Fable and Halo and Gears and all of these titles like Clockwork and all of this stuff. Like, we're at a point now where Xbox is churning out so many damn titles that it makes your head spin. With the thoughts of Avowed 2 showing up, it's different titles that Xbox is able to bring to the marketplace with so many different IPs that they do have in tuck. I saw somebody talking about another prototype. I wish another prototype would show up. With Spirals showing up at some point in time from Toys from Bob's, we know that's going to go inside Game Pass. It seems like the litany of games, it just keeps growing and growing. And again, you're in a greater position than ever, right? So as gamers, I take my hat off to gamers, right? This year, we did have some of the greatest games that have launched, and it had just made your backlog that much larger, right? So if you're a backlog person, you just got more games in the backlog. I did not play Hollow Knight Silk Song yet. I'm not going to hold you. I got to get to that. I have to finish Expedition 33. It's a ton of stuff that I have to do based upon of so much stuff that I do have to play. So again, as a gamer, I want to take my hats off to you guys as we close out this year and we're going into 2026. We did lose a few going into the next year, and they transcended on to the next plane of existence, and it's with a heavy heart. But also, with looking at the legacy that they left behind, with Lamar Wilson, again, I never got a chance to shake his hand and tell him how much he meant to me, how much my white cabinets, he had an influence on that. And I never got a chance to have the interview with Vince, showing and explaining how much of a trailblazer he is and was, and the legacy that he left for generations to come. But again, it was a outside of those factors, it was a pretty good year for us. We got hardware, we got games, we got the Nintendo Switch 2, we got the Xbox ROG Ally and Xbox ROG Ally X. You see the Portal stepping up its game. So going into 2026, there's nothing but clear skies ahead. So I want to tell everybody thank you for showing up for the last show of 2025. And see you next year in 2026. Now, I am going to be dropping my videos daily up until we go into the new year. But this is the last live show, and I want to thank everybody for showing up because I appreciate you. And I just want to thank you so much. All right, from the bottom of my heart, you guys do put a smile on my face. And next year, right? So I'm going to tell people to do what I always do, what I try to do the most. And that's, go where win is win and game is game. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass. But let's get into that intro, though.
What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox. Spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling. Moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, now grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Said what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Said what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox. Spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling. Moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, now grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Said what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Said what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted.